Welcome to Frank Bruno Law. I'm Frank Bruno. What a good way to start. I have an idea for a series, and it's mulling around in my mind, and I'm going to give you the first chance to hear the thought and the theory that I'm going to put together. So do people have a fear? This was my question to myself. Do people have a fear of making a will? Right? Generally, do they have a fear of making an estate plan? And I think it's yes. And do people generally have a fear of getting older? And I think that's also a yes. So I do want to address that, right, in some fashion with maybe a series on the fear of getting older. It is a phobia, Jurassicophobia, Juracophobia, the fear of getting older. And if you think about it, well, I guess there's at least a couple of ways to wrestle with that problem. It may very well be a fear of being faced with discrimination because they're getting older, because a person is getting older. And then the general sense of no one really wanting, no one is a strong definitive term. Generally speaking, people do not want to get wrinkles. They don't want to lose their youthful appearance. There's potentially the scary thought of health concerns as you get older. Maybe men, loss of virility. Men and women, the loss of sex appeal, the youthful attraction, and maybe the thought of not being at your best, physically strong, and mentally sharp. So those are, broadly speaking, some of the reasons people might have a fear of getting older. And the one that dovetails, at least in my mind, between the fear of getting older and the fear of making a will is the fear of facing our own mortality. So what are ways to help with this fear, or these several fears, the bundle of fears that I've presented to the viewing audience? Well, we'll work through them. I'm going to map out a few topics along the same general topic, right, and hit it from a couple of different angles, and maybe provide some takeaways as we go along. In the meantime, if you can overcome the fear of making a will and an estate plan, reach out to me. Even if you have a question, never be fearful to ask me a question. FrankBrunoLaw.com.